My name's Linda Carter, and for years, I was the mom who'd do anything for her kids. My only son, Jake, and his fiancée, Brittany, were my world. After my husband passed from cancer in 2018, leaving me a modest nest egg of $200,000, I poured everything into making sure Jake's life was set. I paid their $1,500 monthly rent for a cute 2-bedroom in Austin, Texas, bought them furniture from IKEA and Ashley, $10,000 worth, and kept their fridge stocked when Brittany's influencer gigs and Jake's freelance graphic design work didn't cover the bills. I'd spent over $75,000 in 3 years, dipping into my retirement savings, because that's what moms do, right? I lived in a small condo in Round Rock, about 20 miles north, scraping by on my pension from 25 years as a school secretary. Every dollar I gave them meant cutting back on myself. No new clothes, no vacations, just the basics from Walmart and a beat-up Honda Civic. But I didn't mind. Jake was my kid, and Brittany always called me Mom, her voice all sugar when she hugged me. I thought we were close. I dreamed of the day I'd see Jake get married, maybe walk him down the aisle since his dad couldn't. I'd even bought a navy blue dress from Macy's, $150, marked down, imagining how I'd look in their wedding photos. Then came the call that broke me. I'd been planning a barbecue to talk wedding details, picturing a backyard ceremony at my place. I called Jake, but Brittany picked up. Her voice was sharp, almost amused. "Oh, Linda, we got married yesterday. Just a small thing, only special people were invited." The words hit like a punch. Special people? Not me, the woman who'd paid for Brittany's $1,200 wedding dress, the one who'd covered their car repairs, their Netflix subscription, their damn Starbucks habit. Jake got on the phone, mumbling, "It was just us and a couple witnesses, Mom. No big deal." But I saw the truth on Instagram later that night, Brittany's parents toasting with champagne, her brother giving a speech, a venue decked out with flowers I'd indirectly funded. I wasn't invited. I wasn't special. I stood in my living room, staring at the couch I'd bought them, now shoved in my spare room because they upgraded with my money. My hands shook as I deleted the Pinterest board I'd made for their wedding, color schemes, cake ideas, all of it. I'd planned to give them $5,000 as a gift, had even told my best friend Susan about it over coffee at IHOP. Now, I felt like a fool. A week later, Brittany called, her tone desperate. "Linda, the landlord's freaking out. The rent's late. Can you send the $1,500? We're in a bind." I could hear Jake in the background, whispering something. I thought of all the times I'd Venmo'd them cash, canceled my cable to save $1, eaten canned soup so they could have organic groceries from Whole Foods. "Brittany," I said, my voice steady, "I only help special people now." The silence was heavy, like the air before a Texas thunderstorm. She stammered, "What?" "Linda, your family. You've always helped us." "Family? Family doesn't leave you out of the biggest day of their lives." I hung up and poured myself a glass of sweet tea, hands still trembling but my heart oddly calm. That night, I sat down with a notebook and added up every cent I'd given them, $54,000 in rent, $10,000 in furniture, $5,000 in groceries, $6,000 for Brittany's emergency dental work, $2,000 for Jake's new MacBook. Total, $77,000. Money I'd pulled from my 401k, my late husband's life insurance, my future. The next morning, I drove to my bank, a Chase branch where the teller, Maria, knew me by name. "Linda, you okay?" she asked, seeing my face. I nodded. "I need to stop all automatic transfers to Jake's account. And I want to lock down my savings." Maria didn't ask questions, just processed it. My phone buzzed, Jake, then Brittany, then Jake again. I let it go to voicemail. "Mom, what's going on?" "The bank said the transfer didn't go through." "Call me." I didn't. Instead, I went to the park where I used to push Jake on the swings, back when he'd hug me and say, "You're the best, Mom." When did I become just a checkbook? A month later, they showed up at my condo unannounced, with a guy in a cheap suit, some lawyer named Greg Wilson. They'd let themselves in with the spare key I'd given them. Brittany was pacing, Jake looked guilty, and Greg was flipping through my mail on the kitchen table. "What the hell is this?" I demanded. Greg smiled, too smooth. "Mrs. Carter, your son's concerned about your mental health. Canceling financial support so suddenly, it's erratic. We're here to discuss your capacity." My capacity? They were trying to declare me incompetent to get control of my money. Brittany chimed in, "Linda, we just want what's best. You're not yourself." I laughed, loud and bitter. "Get out. All of you. And leave the key." Jake tried to protest, but I pointed to the door. "Out, or I call the cops." They left, but not before Brittany hissed, "You'll regret this. We're your family." I locked the door behind them, changed the code on my security system, and called Susan. She helped me find a lawyer, and we filed a restraining order. The court saw through their ploy. My bank records showed years of generosity, not obligation. Now, at 58, I'm rebuilding. I took a trip to San Antonio, walked the river walk, ate tacos without worrying about Jake's bills. I started painting again, a hobby I'd dropped to save money. Jake texts sometimes, apologizing, asking for a second chance. Maybe one day I'll forgive him, but for now, I'm done being the mom who pays for love. My money's mine, and so's my peace. Please like subscribe this channel. I give good advice.